Welcome back to Barcelona and the Circuit de Catalunya for the conclusion of what has been an enthralling first round of the 2016 GP2 series. We close out the weekend with the slightly shorter sprint race. I'm your commentator, Alex Jakes. We'll keep an eye on that. Here is the grid, though. We'll explain why it's like this in a moment. Raffaele Marcello on reverse grid pole ahead of Jordan King, who did well to get himself up to 7th from 13th in the race yesterday. Alex Lynn won this race for the first time in 2016. It's a GP2 race and we're underway in Barcelona once again with a good start for Raffaele Marcello, but he's felt the need to cover off Jordan King. A really good getaway for Alex Lynn, who's going to try and keep out of it. King, in the longest run down to turn 1 of the year, is challenging Marcello, who knows he's got to hold on to it. He's trying to go around the outside of him. He's going to put his nose in there, so close to contact, and he had to back out of it. That's going to make him very vulnerable indeed to Alex Lynn, who's trying to go around the outside, and we're on board with the British driver.
Great go on board now, though, with Sorokin from the back.
Sorokin, and have a look further up, so close to contact. But on the right of your picture, a slow starting Norman Nato won the race yesterday, started in 8th position. He has dropped down to 19th. So our race winner yesterday really struggling as Sorokin tried to steam around the outside. That was the route he was going to take, and you see him get squeezed. Sorokin is up to 17th from his lowly starting position of 21st, and he can go a lot further in the race. Back on board, this is how Alex Lynn made the move. King trying to take the lead, trying to be bold on the opening lap, left himself vulnerable, and this was absolutely magic. Already we're at lap 4, and this is the use of DRS. Lynn going for the lead, he's down the inside, and look up from Marcello, going to be so close. Who's going to yield? Alex Lynn takes the lead in Barcelona. It's taken him 4 laps to get into the position he found himself in, and this is how the man from Essex took the lead.
Yeah, Marcello, I think, got mugged off a bit there. He could have just let him go, probably should have let him go, but spent so long trying to keep him behind that he outbraked himself down into turn 1, and he's got to do the remainder of the race on this set of tyres. He's going to have a big old flat spot on that front left. If he just let him through, realising he was on the DRS, could have followed him through there and had him into the next DRS zone, possibly on board with Gasly. And Gasly making the move. Canamassas knew he was vulnerable. You see the lock-up in front, and Gasly squeezing Canamassas. Car up and down, and he's now got 2 guys in his rear-view mirror. We won't be able to see the reflection in the rear-view mirror. That car will be bouncing around so much.
Gasly has roared up to the back of Jordan King, and he's gaining on him all the time. Gasly looking more likely to pass King than King is with Marcello. It's going to get very interesting indeed. Marcello going to offensive. King is going to be able to get past King Gasly. Lovely. So it's King up to 2nd position in this race, a Brit 1-2 as it stands. Marcello trying to fight back. He knows he's got to fight back. We've got Markelov going through, and here comes Latifi past Canamassas, back to Pierre Gasly, who's getting past Raffaele Marcello to get up to 3rd, and that is really impressive stuff as the Italian sadly for him.
There's a wonderful move here. Well, King is great because this is all under DRS, but it's Gasly's move through turn 3. We've seen a lot of moves around the outside of turn 3, but he gets it tucked up on the inside of Marcello through there. Here we go, we're right on board with him now. Let's see his exit from 2. I bet it's a blinder. Here we go, back on the power. And I think, yeah, Marcello just gets a little bit bulk, just loses the front a little bit behind Jordan King, and that allows Gasly up the inside.
Gasly with the bit between his teeth for so long yesterday looked like the man that was going to win with the DRS open. He's trying to get himself back into that sort of position today. King goes defensive, but he knows there's nothing he can really do. Gasly breezing past, such was his advantage in traction off
the hard tyre yesterday, and he's looking like it again today.
Here's Mitch Evans racing his teammate, campus on campus into turn 1. Galao and Evans, and no favours being given by Galao, who shuts the door. Here is Sergei Sorokin making amends, carving his way through the field here in Barcelona.
It's almost lunchtime then.
It's getting nearer and moving through upper position.
Nice.
Artem Markelov slicing through to take 4th position, 1 better than he managed this time last year. That move has been brewing for a while. He knew he had to get the job done. Here's how he did it down the main straight. DRS deployed, pulling the paddle on the left-hand side, and he was well ahead. Could tuck back in and even take the racing line into turn 1.
Confidence. We've got on board with Sorokin. I think he's going to put a move on. Oh, that's beautiful. On Giovinazzi up the inside at Sandberg corner.
We see it once again down the inside, and Giovinazzi knew it was coming. So a really strong win today. And Giovinazzi thinking about it, and Sorokin's had enough. He's going to the inside. He's going to barge his way past Mitch Evans. He's forced him off the road, and finally he is past. Giovinazzi's going to try and follow him through. Mitch Catalunya, and meanwhile Ollie Rowland is making a move in the foreground. He's level with Latifi, and he is up the order, as is Matsushita, who goes past, and Sorokin's following. So they're all finally going on the attack in the final laps of the sprint race.
Dropping back like stones, and it's going to be into Sandberg corner, isn't it? Yeah, rolling up the inside of Canamasas. There's no way he's going to defend that. A lovely instinctive move, bowled up the inside from Ollie Rowland.
And it's great to be seeing these moves being completed in ninth. We haven't seen a frame of Malia, and here's a move from Giovinazzi. Oh, contact! And a huge accident as Giovinazzi loses the wheel and he's into the wall heavily at turn number 10. That will be an immediate safety car, and that was robust defence over the line.
With him here, because he goes to defend, makes the one move, then makes a second move, and it's on that second move that he gives him no space. There's only probably half a car's width there, and Giovinazzi's got nowhere to go. He's already got the run on him, he's already got the pace on him, and at that point he's going straight into his rear wheel. Nothing he can do about it at that point.
Would not have believed just to see. He wouldn't have known it. He wouldn't have been looking at his wing mirrors at that stage. And Arta Peak, the tarmac, and there's the air that the gravel trap can provide. And then hands off the steering wheel as he makes impact with the tyre barrier. Glad to say this season wins the sprint race in Barcelona from Pierre Gasly. King taking his second podium in GP2. Markelov completing for the championship. Here's how it's finished after 26 laps. Alex Lynn beating his former teammate Pierre Gasly to the win for the second consecutive season. Jordan King, with only his second podium in GP2, is third. Then we had Markelov and his Russian time teammate of Raffaele Marcello. Then Ollie Rowland, really strong on his return to MP Motorsport. Latifi putting together a great debut weekend.